the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
On first down, it's Luck. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing is Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
That's all you got.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd and 10. Luck. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hurry! Switch! 58 to Mike, 58. Up. Man, I got you. Say, I got you.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Check 9. Check. Check.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Demarius Randall's a versatile player. Played both safety and cornerback in college. They're using those same skills in the NFL.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Luck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Let's go.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A toss play to Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Hurry. Done.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Hurry, hurry.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check your backer, check your backer. 49, check 49, check 49. Watch the twist.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey! Regular.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Now Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
You better be afraid of me. 58.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Smooth.
58 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On second down, Mayfield again. They'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Regular. Kings. Undercrunch. Check. Watch the safety creep. No. Off.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
First down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
From the 40 now on second down. Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go, Buck.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Joker, 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 Joker. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Run.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That cute stuff ain't working.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Back. 36.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Pick it up.
48.
Real. Alert.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. Here's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
Bravo.
1st down, Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The former Brown, Jabal Sheard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Charlie.
Check pass. 48 to Mike.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
King.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
Hey, alert 33.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now it's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Luck throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Mayfield on first down, sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Alert, 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 alert.
Let's get it. Check, check. Lucky.
Topper. Up.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Check. Check 50, check 50.
Alert flare.
Mayfield, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Landry again the intended target. 3rd down here. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Check three. Slam.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Wahoo! Here we go. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Blue down. Watch the eye. Check 52.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 77 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point
kicker?
Exactly. You put it through the post, that's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On the ground, it's Mack, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Time for Antonio Callaway and his crew on offense to take over. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Run.
Kill. Shit.
Mayfield now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 60 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Go. Kill.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Luck defers to Mack. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Mayfield to throw it. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Let's go, defense.
Hurry, hurry. Check 37. Check 37. Up.
You go take
Hurry.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 23. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's locked. Over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Luck able to get this one to Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Good for a Colt 1st down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, Luck. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why I ended up having to go one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Hurry! Real. Mike 48. Watch the curl.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Fresno.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry! Go get him!
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And again, it's Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, check. Hey, alert. God.
Mayfield rolling to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now Luck and the Colts trailing 14-13. A minute 44 to go. A field goal would produce a playoff stunner on the road, but this crowd is going to let them hear it here on first down. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now up.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rock. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and